Cheer. You already know it's your boy Joe back at it again. Your boy's back and I done did it again one more time. What's really good? Talk to me, people. What's going on? We are live. You already know it's coding phase, man. So what's going on, man? I just came through. I said let's start up, a nice live stream, so we could chill, and we could actually look some sort of jobs, also to answer some questions, some career advice, whatever it is that you guys want to ask about. Definitely leave a message on the comment section on a live chat, so I could go in and see it, and I could show you guys some love and give you guys a little shout out. Okay, shout out to everybody that's here with me here right now. Um, by the way, man, shout out to the mosquito who got me. Mosquito was feasting on me. Mosquito said, "Hold on, put a put a whole straw in my shit," and said, "Yo, we gonna eat today." Shout out to anybody who lives in Florida. You know how this should be. You be outside, you go outside for 2 seconds. Next thing you know, you got some monster just literally eating you, eating your freaking blood. It is what it is. So yeah, man, I'm gonna start it off by looking at what the job market is looking like today, again, and seeing what's going on. See what opportunities we could find there. Hopefully, you guys checked out the video that I dropped yesterday that talks about government jobs. There's a lot of jobs out here, guys, that you guys are not paying attention to. If you are somebody who has like a clean record, you have you know, again, a clean record, US citizenship or legal residence here, you gotta, expand yourself out here, right? And really reach out to different industries. There's a bunch of companies out here that hire for all type of skills. It could be as easy as just you managing a website, filling out the content for them, emails. You also have things like advertisement. There's a company that is hiring just for people to go in and create Google Ads. If you guys have never heard of that, is basically called an HTML developer, where basically your job is just creating different type of ads for Google, and just the Google Ads and the way how it works. You ever went to a website and you seen, like, let's say you went to Mercedes Benz and then you went to like a website like IGN, and then from there on the site itself pops up a bunch of advertisement with like animations. All of that's done is with HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, right? So basically, people get paid to do that. So again, it's a very simple job, straightforward. Again, what you got to care about is making money. Yeah, I know some of you guys be like, "Man, but Joe, can I write some React, man? I studied 20,000 Udemy courses on React, bro. And I want to go in and build my stuff with React." You can use React, but sometimes you might have to use something else. Okay, my guys. All right. So shout out to everybody that's in here. I see Michelle William is in here. What's going on, Michelle? Talk to me. Let's get into it. All right, cool. So I'm gonna go in and start just searching by jobs, just until everybody pops up in here and people start leaving some questions or some comments. Just give me some feedback. Tell me what you guys is thinking about today, right? Or what you're working on, etc. Or you got questions, or you got a topic that you want to come up with, something about the industry. Tell me how you feel today about the industry. Go ahead and put it in the chat. So right now we're just gonna go in and start looking for the jobs that just got released, right? That just got posted. So let's see in here we got SEO specialist. You already know this is gonna come with some good old WordPress, right? So again, Google Tag Manager, HTML, SEM Brush, WordPress, of course. That's the world of the SEO. Okay, front end developer, WordPress Elementor, reading through here. Okay, collaborated with the marketing. Okay, front end developer, WordPress Elementor. Okay, so this is a WordPress position, right? Focusing mostly on the front end. Okay, that's pretty nice. Okay, the hours are from 8:30 to 4:30. That's not bad. 8:30 a.m., 4:30. That's not bad at all. The early I could get into work and get out of there early, yeah, sign me up. Okay, let me see what else we have in here. Hennessy Digital SEO Accounting Manager, 70,000 to 100,000. Okay. There's more SEO than actual development. So let's go into the next one. E-commerce consultant. Let's see what else. Senior marketing specialist. Okay. This is in the world of email development. So let's see. Kindersystems.com. Okay. Boom, boom. Let me see what they have here. All right. General marketing, HTML, CSS, MailChimp, right? Okay. Very nice. All right, cool. 70 to 80,000. Not bad. All right. Remote work. I'm only looking for remote work right now. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna be focusing on. By the way, like I said, guys, leave a message, leave a comment in here in the chat, so that way I could go in and give you guys a shout out, just like I'm doing right now for Michelle. Right? Shout out to Michelle Williams. I do Reyes, KL. Let me see, of course. I do Reyes. Over Heaven says, "Hey Joe." Okay, let me see. See if there's a question in here. Okay, so here's a topic. Right? Hey Joe, is it worth to do an HTML producer role that's part time and on contract if you're trying to get freelance stuff off the ground, or is that too risky? No, that's fine. If it's like a contract job that they want you to do, like that's fine. You know, I'm a little bit confused though. If you're talking about this is like a client and they want to put you as a contractor, and you're trying to get your agency off, would it make sense? I mean, look, you can't say no to money. That's the number one rule. If someone comes in and says, you know what, we want you to work for us as a contractor, right? Yes, you could hire, you could get hired as a freelancer, but hey, if they got a contract for you and they want you to do it part time, there's a reason for it. A lot of times, some freelancers, what they do is they overdo it, right? They go in and be like, "Hey, man, we're gonna charge you per project," and it'll be like, let's say, $1,000, $2,000 every project and every single thing that they want you to do. So most likely, the company might want to go in and just say, "You know what? Let's just put you as a contractor, 1099, and instead of you charging us per project, we could go in and basically set it up as a, as a 1099, and you get paid per hour." It's better off for them. Say Over Heaven says part time at a company with potential to work permanently versus 40 hours consistent income. I will say still do it. Because look, if you don't have a job right now, go for it. Right now, if you got a job and you be like, bro, I can't go in and just quit my job to work for you guys part time, where maybe 3 months from now, you guys will give me a full time job. Like, I wouldn't do that. But if they're giving you a part time job and you don't have nothing else coming in, take your job, man. Take it. Why not? It's money that's coming in. And the day that, another opportunity comes in, and, you just be honest with them. Tell them, hey, man, I got this offer. Are you guys willing to match it? Oh, they're not matching it? Cool. I got to go. I'll give you guys two weeks notice. That's just how life is. You know what I mean? Like, you have to just be honest with the company, and hopefully they'll be honest with you, which they never do, right? So yeah, just do what you got to do, man. Make sure you get a bag. Don't let nothing stop you. All right. So let me continue looking over here while people go in and start leaving comments and add to the conversation. All right, guys. Make sure you leave a comment and make sure you give this a like. If you guys don't give this a like, right, what happens is YouTube doesn't even show it to nobody. So you might as well, help me out with that at least. Okay. All right. WordPress front end developer, Christianity Today. All right. This is CT. Okay, Christianity Today. Okay, write clean, maintainable HTML, CSS, JavaScript, PHP code for WordPress theme. Okay, cool. So it's a WordPress position. Okay, remote work, $72,000 to $77,000. Okay, for those of you guys that have knowledge of PHP, just the basics. You don't even need to be an expert with PHP to really do WordPress. But it's always good to know, so you can understand what's under the hood. Okay, But again, this is not bad, right? They actually hiring remotely, 37.5 hours work week. Okay, not bad. Okay, salaried, all right, 72 to $77,000, and they're asking for 1 to 3 years of experience. Anything that asks for 1 year, they're open to get people to come in and apply to the position. You know, even if you don't have experience, that's just how life is, right? Most of this company are like that, because when you mention 1 year of experience, it's like, yeah, we're open to hire somebody who's a beginner, okay, but that has the skills. Let me see what else we have in here. Technical support engineer. Okay, I've been seeing this a lot. Technical support engineer, this type of role. I always wonder, like, what is this about? I mean, because you know how support in IT is like, you're helping out the company, da da da, right? Or maybe you're, problems, solving the problems, whatever issues might be popping up. Okay, so let me see the responsibilities of this. As a technical support engineer at Charbeat, you will be working directly with our client and end-to-end users to answer their product questions and resolve their technical issues. You will primarily support customers via email support tickets. We use Zendesk. Oh, not bad. You will participate in the support on-call rotation to monitor for urgent support issues, outages, etc. Okay. Charbeat's Public Health Center, developer docs, 1 to 2 years customer service or technical support experience with or media organization desirable. Okay. Skills with Chrome, developer tools, command line. Yo, this is easy, y'all. Like, this is a job any one of you guys can do. Yo, this is easy. This is the stuff, man. Again, this isn't a coding job. This is a job where you're giving support and helping people, right? Customers, right? Clients from this company, which I've never heard of, but I'm pretty sure they probably have. Let's see. Charbeat provides smartest, insights, sharper content. Okay, interesting. Trusted by newsroom, content teams around the world. Get reliable editorial insights at the speed of the news. Interesting. That's not bad. Okay. That is not bad. Know what drives audience engagement. Da-da-da, okay. And again, what's really cool about this is a remote job where you're giving support through emails. That's interesting. That's just you. Hey, I'm sitting down right here. I get an email. A customer doesn't know how to go and do this, and that. I go in and I help them out. Now, it is customer support, right? In a sense, with some technical support, of course. But I'm pretty sure you don't get a million questions every day. Look at this. Spanish fluency strongly preferred. Nice. Okay, so if you Spanish out here, you Hispanic, Latino, all right, and you know some Spanish, bro, they want you for sure. That's not bad, bro. $70,000 to $80,000 a year to basically do support. Now, it's not gonna be like the most amazing job where you're like, oh my God, I'm doing this and that. It's a job for you to put a bag in your pockets, chill at home, and get some work done. You know what I'm saying? So if you are the type of individual who's been like looking for a job that is consistent, right? Straight to the point, and then on top of that, where you're gonna have enough mental space to work on your own projects, right? Because this is through email. This is like customer support. Somebody gets stuck. They don't know how to set up this system. Okay, shit. I will apply to this job. This is like a job that is an easy bag. You get what I'm saying? That's an easy bag. Calculate that. There's 37 hours, right? So is 52 weeks. No, let's do what is it? $80,000, right? So it comes out to $80,000, right? Let's say $80,000 divided by 52 divided by 37.5. Okay? So you're basically getting paid $41 an hour. Okay? $41 an hour to chill at home, go in, help people out with this system. You probably have to learn how the systems work, right? It helps you out with experience. You could also go in and use this to piggyback to your next job. Like, I could just see the whole game plan on this. Like, this is if this is me in 2025 right now. Let's say I either already have experience, right, or I'm a beginner and I never even worked anywhere, but I know how to code. I know everything about the web. I'm comfortable. This is the game plan that I will use with a job like this. And this is the stuff that I tell people that they miss out on opportunities because people won't look at it like this. Okay. I will take this job, right? Work at this company full time, right? While I'm working at this company, I could also go in and learn other skills. This is a job that you're basically going in and waiting until you get a ticket, you get an email, somebody comes in and asks a question about an issue, right? You don't have to be the best in English, you don't have to be the best writer. You got Chat GPT right there for you, okay? So now you go in and you say, okay, what do I do with this extra time? Because I am going to have extra time, right? Believe it or not, this is not a very difficult position. All right. Now, what you can do after that is prepare yourself for your next job. So let's say, for example, you now got an $80,000 job. How do you get a job at Microsoft, Netflix, Google? You know what I mean? Apple. How do you do that? You're going to have to go in and learn about algorithms, train yourself, learn how to beat leak code, right? Beat as many freaking questions as possible, right? And let's say you have 6 months, a year at this company. You have enough time throughout your day that as you're looking at the emails that's popping up and you're answering them, you have another screen where you're also studying for you to go in and, pass the interview questions. Okay? So now this is like, yo, I'm getting paid to get trained. You get what I'm saying? Pause. Big pause. Right? So yeah, that's what I would do. This is the stuff that people don't really think about, right? Or you could go in and say, hey, I'm working on this job and I'm also working on my own applications while I'm working on this job. So because you're not typing all day, you're not answering questions and customer support, this and that all day. That doesn't happen, especially at this company. I've never even heard of this company, Chartbeat. So Chartbeat is big enough that it has a lot of clients, which also too helps you out because this is stuff that you go in and you fluff up. Fluff up your fluff up. Sounds like fluff up your freaking resume. Right? Where you say, well, yeah, I work with this company Chartbeat, which was a software that basically helped all of this companies from Complex, Informa, Inc., Al Jazeera, the New York Times, PBS News, Fast Company, Washington Post. We basically handle all of their charting. And I was one of the engineers at this company giving them support and also too helping maintain this project. When you put that on your resume, now you demanding respect. You get what I'm saying? This is how you go in and you plan shit out properly. Somebody right now will probably be punching the air. Man, I can't find a job. There's an $80,000 job right there. We just found it right now. Shit, I might apply for it. You know what I mean? I might take that shit. I ain't got shit to do. You know what I mean? An extra 80K from somewhere? Why not? Yo, by the way, man, I just made a killing this morning in the stock market. Yo, if you're not trading right now, I don't know what you're doing with your life, man. Easy peasy, in and out, right? Came in, made $2,000 in pre-market, right? Came in aftermarket, came in and made another $1,800. Easy peasy, okay? That's how my days is looking like right now. So, again, for those of you guys that's interested in learning how to trade, like, pay attention. Follow Ross Cameron. I'm doing a course on trading to teach you guys the software. Teach you guys, how to use Webull, how to make sure to get in and out. What are the things that you got to look for, right? I'm not trying to create a course for me to teach you the best strategies, the best. That shit doesn't work. Anybody that tells you, hey, well, I got the best winning strategy is bullshit. Everything that's out there is bullshit. Hey, someone tells you, we got signals, we got this and that. No, that's bullshit, right? They just charge mad money for no reason. What you need to do is learn how to read the charts, how to freaking understand the software, and then once you do that, right, and you go in and you practice using a simulator, then you're gonna be golden. But my suggestion for anybody that's watching this, learn how to trade it. This thing changed my life. You know what I mean? Like right now, I'm like so free right now. Like it's crazy. Like right now, it's crazy. That's all I have to say. You know, most of you guys know where my income comes from. I got an agency. I got codingphase.com. I got a couple of niche websites that bring income, right? But I'll be honest, compared to what I've been making on trading, like the potential of what I'm about to do this year is just crazy. It's like I don't know what was wrong with me. Like in my head, I'm like thinking, why didn't I learn this skill a long time ago? You know, and it really comes down to like this idea that, you know, everything that you see online is bullshit. Let's have a conversation, okay? By the way, for anybody that's watching this, we got 50% off on codingphase.com, okay? For anybody that's interested in learning how to code, learning how to basically get into the game, okay? Become a developer, right? If you don't have the skills or you're struggling to find a job because you have a shitty portfolio, you don't know what to build, guess what? This is what I specialize in, helping people out so they could get into the game, okay? Come to codingphase.com, links in the description, 50% off right now. Literally, you're paying $1.50 a day. And if you sign up for monthly and you're paying 50 cents, I'm talking about 50 cents, 2 quarters per day when you sign up for a year, okay? At this point, there's no excuse, all right? It's a summer sale, links in the description, go take advantage. But yeah, like I was saying, you know, a lot of people, even I myself, when I see a lot of stuff online, right? And even when you're probably watching me, you were like, oh, this shit got to be bullshit. Like, this guy can't really help me out, right? I was just like you, right? And I was like you for a long time, okay? But, you know, back in the days, 2010, right? I would say 2009, 2010. You know, I started seeing people talking about making money online, okay? Digital nomads. Before it was popular, okay? Before it was popular, everybody now does remote work and things like that. For me, that was like a dream. I was like, man, you could work from home, like, and you don't got to go see people's faces. You don't got to deal with people's attitudes. You don't got to be doing meetings on, you know, in person. Like, that sounds like a dream. So how do you make money, right? And I just started going into this freaking rabbit hole and looking for all this information. You know, I found affiliate marketing that let me know how people make money online by promoting other people's products and creating websites. That led me to the world of building websites again. Even though I was building websites since the age of 14, like I kind of left it alone because I thought that it was never going to become real. Like I could never even really become a developer that works at a company. Right? So that was my mindset. Then, you know, I got into, you know, learning how to code, right? Just like you guys, I went to platforms. I went to different places. I learned from different people, right? But I still had this thing where, you know, where I'm like, a lot of the stuff that I see online, I'm like, it's gotta be bullshit, right? The first person that kind of drove me away from that mindset was this lady called Lisa Irby. If you haven't checked her out, go check her out and tell her Joe from Coding Face sent you over there. Her name is Lisa Irby, right? You know, super nice lady, right? Young black queen, you know what I mean? she was the shit, right? Lisa Irby showed me, hey, she owns a house, she got her own ways to make money, okay? You know, I was watching her back then when she had this setup, okay? And she kind of let me know. Same way, look, it's kind of the same setup that I have now. I got a bookshelf back here. I got I got microphone here. I got my camera here. I'm basically living the lifestyle that I wanted, okay? Which was, how do I work from home? How do I go in and figure something out to make money, right? And I went into this space, right? And Lisa kind of showed me that in a sense of, this lady's making money online from websites. She's selling products online. She has affiliate marketing, and she's been getting paid from Google AdSense till God knows how long, right? Um, so she showed me like, oh, this thing is real. From there, got into affiliate marketing, got a couple of other, let's say, instructors. They showed me that. But when it came to investments, when it came to like seeing things online, because sometimes you see somebody with a Lamborghini, a big ass chain, and this, a couple of goofies, right? Right? And you'll see those goofies and you'll be like, bro, like, people's not walking around like that unless they want to look like that. You know what I'm saying? Unless they, and I have a couple of chains, but I don't even wear them like that. It's just something nice to wear. But some of these guys, they flaunt the money, but it's like, I don't care about flaunting because a lot of times it's all bullshit. It's fake. People renting cars, people got fake chains, fake diamonds, right? So I know how it is. So I used to be in this mindset of like, all of the stuff that I see online is bullshit. And there was this kid, man, that I've seen that, I think, what's his name? JRT Trading. I think that's his name. And yeah, he's mad funny, right? But when I used to see him, I used to be like, man, a lot of this shit gotta be bullshit, right? So this kid, he trades, and I think he trades forex and a bunch of other stuff, right? But I like watching him, right? I've been watching him for a couple of years. But a lot of times when you start seeing this stuff like with the Lambos and the this and that, and hey, I'm in Dubai, hey, I'm with the Rolls Royce, hey, I got the Richard Mille. A lot of times you kind of think this shit is fake. A lot of times you kind of think this shit is fake, right? And yes, there are people that do fake it, right? But there's some people that actually do this, okay? That actually really do this. And I decided, 2023, after, um, after the whole situation with the hurricane, that, you know what? I got to figure something else out, right? Because I love to code. I love to teach, right? But this isn't going to get me to the M's, like the M's, right? Because, yeah, I've made a couple of million, even with coding phase, but that's not real money like that. It sounds, when you broke, shit, you tell somebody, yeah, I just made $1 million this year. You're like, damn, that shit is a lot. But when you go into the situation where like, man, you're the head of the household, you pay for everything, take care of your kids, your wife, like no one works here. It's just me. And everyone spends the same way how I spend. So at this point, right? Yeah, it's a lot of money that it costs to be Joe, right? But I'm like thinking in my head, I'm like, I gotta go in and give this a chance. So I went into the space, right? Started learning, right? Started following this guy, Ross Cameron, right? And he's legit, right? If you guys haven't followed him, definitely go check him out. This dude, I know he probably made a killing today. So, yeah. So Ross Cameron, what I like about him is like, I relate to him because he's just a dad. He's a regular dude, right? Who just invested his time into learning a skill, which is something that I like to do. I like to learn. I'm that guy that constantly buying courses. Yes, that's me. Okay. And yeah. So started watching him, how he does things. And I'm like, oh shit, all this shit starts clicking. Right. And I'm like, it just brought me back, and that's why I'm giving you this whole rundown of my whole story, right? Of how I even got into this world of trading. And I could tell you right now, bro, like sometimes you gotta believe. There's a lot of bullshitters out there, but sometimes you gotta believe. It's like, you see me here, and you might say, well, who is this guy? This guy's probably bullshitting right now. He just want to get my $100. To be honest with you, I don't need $100. I don't need you to pay for Coding Phase. I make my own bread. Before I came into YouTube, I already had money. I came into the game with money. I wasn't like one of the YouTubers, like the other developer YouTubers that come into the game so they could quit their job and they could finally make some money. I came in with money. I was already making, the same amount that I was making as a developer. I was making it independently. So I wasn't hurting, right? So when I come in here and I tell you guys like, yo, you got to learn how to code. It's just the things that it helps you out with. It opens up doors. You know, like right now, this is what I call my other channel, Trading Phase. This is a different level that I'm reaching now that I wouldn't have been able to reach with a regular job. I don't think that I would be able to do it, right? Like I give you an example. Like today, I did a quick trade. It's a $10,000 trade, right? That $10,000 trade, I went in, got a quick 20%. That 20%, right? From $10,000 is $2,000, right? Not a lot of people have $10,000 in their pocket, right? But how was I able to get to this point? It's really just coming down, from believing in like when you see something out here, especially online. Yes, there's gonna be scammers. Yes, there's gonna be bullshitters, but also too, in between the bullshit, there's about 4 out of 6 that are legit. And sometimes you got to take the risk. That's just how it is. Because if you don't take the risk, you're going to be stuck. Okay. By the way, 50% off on codingphase.com. Go take that risk if you want to. Right. But again, I don't even care if you go to Coding Phase or not. I just got to mention it. Now, what I'm saying with this is like, you got to take risk in life. You got to go in and sometimes, when you see when you see somebody doing good, you got to find out how is it that they're doing good? How is it that they're making money? So you could figure that out. And then from there, you can maybe take some ideas and implement it to your own life, right? Before, I was so like against the whole day trading and all that stuff because it just seemed too fake. So what I would do is, because I've been trading since like, I don't know, 2012. I used to have a Acorn account, and I would just go in every time I buy something. I just put the difference, put it into the Acorn. I will go in and like pay for something, and if it's 50 cents left, I put it into Google. Or whenever I will have like an extra $1,000, I just put it into Apple stock and into a Tesla stock, and that's long-term trading, right? Long-term investment, and which is good because that money grew over time, right? But what's really crazy is that now, I'm in a position where it's like, 3 to 4,000 a day in like 20 minutes. In like 20 minutes. Like that shit sounds crazy. And what I'm saying with this, right, not to make it long, it's just like sometimes you gotta believe. Sometimes you see stuff online and we gotta be grateful that there's people that show us, their lifestyle or even are willing to teach us. That's just the facts. I'm here because people have taught me, right? Same way how I've been able to help a lot of you guys. Y'all here and y'all in the positions y'all in because someone taught you at some point, right? And that's what you're supposed to do. Now, the game is to be sold, not to be told. You know what I'm saying? Don't get that twisted. But you always gotta take chances, and reach out to people and if somebody that you connect with and has something that they're teaching and you connect with that person, hey, give it a chance because it might change your life. Okay. It might change your life for real. I'm constantly seeing this thing of like, man, I'm so glad I'm like one of these people that I'm willing to go into things that I don't know that much, but if someone else teaches it to me or someone gives me the resources, like I'm willing to sit down in front of a computer. Like I have 2.5 years, like in front of a computer every morning. I wake up sometimes 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, looking at the market, looking at all the stuff. And all of this stuff brings me back to the beginning of like when I was learning how to code, right? All those days, like I used to be in front of a computer from like 9 o'clock in the morning all the way to like 12, 1 o'clock in the morning. I will put like a anime. I used to watch One Piece. If you guys know about anime, that's my shit, right? I used to watch One Piece, or I will watch like classic Dragon Ball Z uh, you know, videos, episodes, etc. Right? And I would just go in and let it play. And then while I'm doing that, I'm like going through documentation, learning how to code, building a portfolio, building projects, right? In that same mindset is the same thing that I have with trading. And now we reach the point where we're successful, like successful and profitable. Like that's crazy. You go in and you tell somebody, yo, man, what you did this morning? I just made like 3, 4 grand. And I'm doing it conservatively. I'm setting up a standard for myself where I'm trying to have, there's about 200 and something days. Um, Let me see with ChatGPT, how many trading days? How many trading days are in 2025, right? So it should be like 200 and something, right? So it's 365 days, right? It's actually 251 days. So I said, I challenged myself that if I could go in and get out of 251 days, if I could go in and get around 180, 170 green days where I'm profitable every single day, this is where I'm gonna go in and bring my bread in. Like right now, I'm just doing it like small account, like $10,000. That's a small account. $10,000, and whenever I make some profit, I just take it out, buy some shit for the kids, pay some little bills, little bullshit like that, right? But 2026, I keep mentioning 2026, 2026. Hopefully, fucking, I live to fucking 2026, right? But yeah, 2026. That's one of the things that I'm doing. I'm throwing the big bags in it. I'm going in $50,000 plays, $100,000 plays, 2026. But of course, I have to go in and take it, take it step by step. It's just like in coding. You can't be a senior developer when you've never gone through the junior level developer stages. You know what I'm saying? So I'm doing the same thing before I go in and really put a lot of, big money into this shit. Because we got a couple of hundred, 100,000s in there that we could just go in and just throw it in there, but we're not gonna do that yet. We gotta go in and prove that, hey, we are good. You know what I mean? Because we don't want to lose money, right? But yeah, we've been having such a freaking great time with this thing, man. Well, I've been having such a great time with this thing. And it all comes down to this idea. Sometimes you have to believe. I know when you're in a bad situation and you're in a shitty situation in your life, you're like, man, this is all I got. I don't see beyond this, whatever I see in front of me. But there's other shit out there, guys. There's other shit out there. You just gotta look for it. And you gotta, dedicate yourself to it. Where it could change your life. I mean, like for example, I mean, with coding for we've been doing pretty good. But look at all the work that I do, right? I do a lot of fucking work. For people will be like, "Yo, how much work you do?" Work. I'm like that 21 Savage song is like, "How many jobs you got? A lot. How many hoes you got? A lot. How many kids you got? A lot." You know what I mean? And how much work you do on Cody Face? A lot. Right? Excuse me. Damn, catarro. But what I'm saying with that is that by taking risks and taking that chance and believing and seeing, let me go in and try this thing. Like every time I do that, like my life changes. When I was going to school and I started getting into affiliate marketing, by me believing and saying, let me learn that skill. Shit, it was nice to get a little 500, $1,000, $2,000 every month. When I was just starting, that was nice. Because I knew what it was to work full time doing fucking, retail, standing up where you come home and your feet hurt. You know what I mean? Your toes is mad red because you've been standing up for 7 hours out of 8, and you got to be with a smile all day. Hi, sir, what size do you wear? You know what I mean? I've done that. I hate that shit. Right? So to make $2,000 when you will make $1,400 every 2 weeks, and you're like, yo, shit, I'm making $2,000. That was from affiliate marketing, right? Getting into the world of coding and learning how to code, and then seeing the change that came with it, right? Because remember, I was making like, $2,000, $1,500, 2,000 at the most, on every 2 weeks. But you go in and you say, damn, I just got a $6,000 check, right, from work. Like, that's nice. You know what I'm saying? You get a $4,000 or $5,000 check, not for the whole month, bi-weekly. Yo, you start looking around, like, you start feeling yourself. You're like, yeah, we got this. You know what I mean? You start pulling up the bands. You start start eating in the nice restaurants. You know what I mean? No more Olive Garden. You get what I'm saying? You start feeling some type of way, right? Then you go in and you start believing in yourself. You build a business and shit. Now you're making, 20, 30, $40,000 a month. Like, and that's again from work, right? You still work. There's a thing that people get this wrong too. When you have a business, you work more than you actually do at a job. When you work at a job, it's your 9 to 5. When you have a business, that's a 24-hour thing, because you want your business to grow and you want to go and please your customers and have people come back to your businesses, right? So it's a 24-hour thing. But then now with trading is like, yo, bro, it's like, it's a different ball game now. Because it's like, now you got the capital of all those things that you did, and now you're able to go in and put your money to work for real. Like, I just go in, but yo, put $10,000 play, boom, 20%. And I could have let it rock. Like today, I'll give you an example. We about to get into coding and looking at the comments right now. But I like to motivate you guys. So you guys could see like where I'm at, see where I came from, how I build myself up, and where I'm at now. Okay? So let me show you a little something. Let me see. Show you a little something. Just a little something. Okay? Just a little something. Let this load up. What's going on with my internet? Give me a second. Okay, let me see. I don't know. Maybe it's my internet acting up. Okay. I think it loaded up. Yeah. Here we go. So, look at this, man. Again, I like to show stuff just to motivate, right, and educate, okay? This was this morning, okay? This was a beautiful play, all right? Beautiful, beautiful play. Now, some of you guys don't know what's happening. Basically, this is what's happening in here, okay? Market opened, okay? Starts around here, like at 144, right? And basically it was going down, and then from there it starts going up. This is where I got in. I could have came in and let this shit rock, but I'm being conservatively. I said, you know what? If I make $2,000-$3,000, I'm out. I'm out of here. Okay, and that's what I did on this one, right? I could have let this shit rock all the way up. It's 10,000. So imagine from here, from 140 to 240, that right there is $10,000. You just basically, well, no, not really. It's 50%. You basically did 50% right there. From 1 to 340, that right there is a full $10,000. Okay? And that's around in 2 hours of just, watching. And of course, this doesn't happen every single day. This happens multiple times per day. Right? Again, you just got to be conservatively and have your limit and say, hey, this is how much I want to earn for the day, right? For me, I'm not asking for much. I'm not trying to let it ride the whole way. But yeah, it's just nice. It's just fucking nice, So what I'm saying with this, like, sometimes you got to believe. Sometimes the things that you see online and things that people talk about, it might seem like bullshit because you just don't have knowledge and you don't know nobody that does this, okay? But it's real. It's fucking real, man. And people is doing it, right? And again, I'm bringing this up just to motivate you guys, and hopefully one of you guys will listen and definitely come to coding phase so you could go in, build your capital, right? Because one of the things that coding can do for you is like give you a better pay. If you got a bullshit job, you got to go and work for a job that is a career that you could grow with it and make more money the more time that you would spend in it, right? Again, I'm building applications, software as a service, all of these things from this job. If I didn't know those skills and I didn't take that job in the beginning, right, and working as a developer, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now. And again, what I'm sharing with you guys is for motivation and to show you guys sometimes you gotta believe. I know everybody is out here, but like everybody's a scammer, but there's people that's not scammers. There's people that's going in and actually teaching you valuable skills. And sometimes you gotta take that risk. I took that risk and I'm seeing every fucking benefit every fucking day. From me learning about affiliate marketing, from me going in and learning about how to code, from me learning about trading. Okay? It's just leveling up every single time. So yeah, definitely go for it. Let me see. Shout out to everybody in here. Let me see some of the people in the chat. Brandon says, I like the video. Thank you, Brandon. I am considering getting one of those type of jobs for the time being and get my digital product store off the ground before AI apocalypse happens. Yeah, go for it, Michelle. I mean, right now, this is a perfect job for you. Right now you taking care of your baby. You're at home. This is a job that ain't nobody really checking for you to be like, hey, does she have a baby? Like, you get what I'm saying? Um, and as long as you're doing your work and answering the questions, like that's a perfect job. That's what I would do. Like this is the age of not working harder, but working smarter. If you're gonna go in and get paid $80,000, no matter what, let's say you make $100,000, but you make $100,000 doing a bunch of complex work, and you're freaking tired, you're coming home stressed. There's a bunch of bullshit that you gotta go through. I'd rather make $80,000, which is $20,000 less, and I'm chilling. That's just me. I'm not one of these guys that they live by the code and want to die by the code. I don't do that shit. I love to code because I enjoy it. I don't like to code for other people. And when I do it because they pay me, right? Now, if I have another job that's easy enough and making me the same amount of money, guess what? I'm going to do it. Because at the end of the day, if I want to go in and build full stack applications or build something more complex, that's what I got my own time for. You know what I'm saying? This time I'm training it for money until I figure out some other way where I could just go in and make my own bread, independently, right? So yeah, that's what I would do, Michelle. Definitely go for it. Sorry, man. Let me see. How about Joe? What do you think about creative jobs, right? Or websites with creating websites with Canva? I haven't looked into that, to be honest with you. I'll be honest. I know they have they launch a new thing which is AI, like an AI builder, but I don't know anything about that other than what I've seen on their conference. Okay, Brandon Kidd says we have a technical support engineers at our company that help customers try issues before it gets to the developers. Yeah, nice. I've seen some jobs and internships mention it, mostly internships. Okay. Joe, I missed you last night. What happened to you? I missed you last night. Oh, is this damn, I forgot your name. Yeah, that's that's my fault, bro. I'm trying to. I was gonna freaking call you up, but I'll be honest. Like literally, like I went freaking. I woke up yesterday. I woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning. I was up since 4 in the morning, and then when I came home, I had to take care of the kids. My wife not here. I'm basically doing everything right now, bro. I'm working. I'm doing everything on coding phase. I'm freaking trading early in the morning. I'm doing a million things. I'm like a housewife, a fucking dad, a business owner. I'm doing a million things at the same time. And literally, what happened was I went on a couch and I just knocked out. I woke up today at 3 o'clock in the morning. like straight up. I don't know what the hell happened. It was like 7:30, 8 o'clock. After I had picked up my mom's from the airport, and bro, I knocked out. I was like, yo, I put a timer. I said, yo, to wake me up for 8 o'clock to call you up. And literally, I knocked out. If you're available today, bro, we could hop on a call today. I got energy today, bro. I'm doing a lot, bro. I'm still trying to be personal. This is the thing that I tell people. This is how you know I'm dedicated. No one else is going to do this. Like, if you go in and you book a call with me, I'm the one calling you. I'm the one hopping on a call. I'm the one doing the meetings with you. I'm the one helping you out. Now, this time in the summer, it's a little bit hectic. I got the kids at home. I got a million freaking things. Wifey got to go visit family. So it's like everything is like packed up in one this freaking week, bro. So that's my fault. I'll take responsibility for it. But yeah, man, that's exactly what happened. I just literally just sat down on the couch and I don't know what happened after that. I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning, bro. Freaking tired. But yeah, man, shout out to everybody in his set side. So like I said, bro, I'll send you a text after the live stream and see if we could set something up for either tomorrow or tonight. Let me see. I really want that trading course. Yes, it's coming up. It's coming up, man. Again, this is not financial advice. I don't want to give nobody no financial advice. This is the number one thing that I'm going to have for this course. I'm not giving financial advice. I'm not giving a strategy of like how to win, how to make money. No, I'm here to teach you the things I wish somebody would have taught me that helped me to make money, right? Because again, I want to make sure to make that clear. Sometimes people get this wrong, you know, and be like, well, I thought you was going to make me a millionaire. I'm not a millionaire yet. I'm just trying to show you like how to use the software and the tools that you got to learn, because that's how I lost money. You know, if I go in and open up my bullshit account, I have a bullshit account where literally I'm like $50,000, $60,000 down on that. That was from 2023 when I started learning and I went in with real money. I was like, I just gotta go in with real money and I'll learn the hard way, you know, and I lost bread. Now, luckily, I've already made that bread back and I'm making more, you know, more profit, but I definitely don't want to go in and let you guys know, be like, yo, you're going to be making money. Nah, this shit takes time. It's like coding. It's the same thing that you got to do with coding. You got to go in and learn the skill. You got to practice. The more you practice, then from there, the better you're going to become. And then over time, you're going to go in and be like, oh, shit, now I got it. Now I could build this landing page. Now I could build this email. You know what I'm saying? It's a process. Some people learn faster than others. Some people's already, they were learning before. So, you know, with the things that I'm going to create for this course is going to expedite a lot of stuff for you. But, you know, you have to understand everyone is different, right? Also, too, timing is very important. You know, some people trade at 4 o'clock in the morning. Some people trade on the lunch break. Some people trade in the afternoon after they come home from work. So you got to go in and figure out what works for you. Okay. So, yeah, in that course, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go in and teach you everything I wish somebody would have taught me that would have helped me save money and I could become profitable. That's it, you know. But again, it's not financial advice. I'm not trying to push you to do anything that you don't want to do. You do whatever you want to do. I know what I'm going to do out here. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me, guys. Let me see. I want to get into that. I don't have much time to study trading. It's just depositing. I just deposit into Weibo account weekly for now. Okay, nice. I sound very low. There's always a dude saying, I sound very low. Do I sound very low, guys? I don't know what's going on, man. I don't think so. But there's always some guy that says, I'm sounding low. I don't know why. It's like, yo, I think that's their thing. They're like, yo, bro, you sounding low. Nah, bro, I don't know. Because I know, and when I see the replay, I don't sound low. And I could see the actual sound levels here. It's not low. So, you know, what can I say? Also, too, I'm screaming. Like, hi, Joe. Hope you're doing great. I wanted to ask you if in your Coding Phase membership, can you help us to become pro freelance WordPress developers or freelance Shopify developers? Thanks in advance. Priscilla. So what I do on Coding Phase is I teach you the skills, right? From there, we have a course called the Profitable Developer course. That's separate from Coding Phase. In there, you can learn how to set up your agency, how to get clients, right? If you don't know how to code, then you want to go through Coding Phase first. That's what you want to learn. I'll teach you the skills and help you out. Also, too, if you have questions about how you can start freelancing, of course, I'm going to answer it. Now, the course about freelancing, creating software as a service, I sell that separate from codingphase.com. But if what you need right now is the skills, come become a Diamond member. Okay. Now, if you already have the skills and you just want to learn how to make money as a developer independently, well, what you want to do is you want to buy the Profitable Developer course. Again, everything is 50% off. You'll see it right there on the links in the description. Those are the two main products that I'm promoting, because those are the things that could solve, each one of you guys' problem. Either you know how to code and you want to make money online as a developer, get the Profitable Developer. You don't know how to code yet, or you're still trying to find a job, then you want to become a Diamond member. Let me see, reading through here. Joe, your sounds great. Yeah, I know, right? I don't know. Somebody was saying that it doesn't sound good. I don't know. I don't know what's happening, bro. I don't know. Let me see. Man, I was 20 in the military in college, and when she made that video, great times, man. I had so much fun. Yes. Lisa Irby. CW says, beware survivorship bias. Successful people already made it, so it looks easy. Yeah, sometimes that's like that too. That's a good advice, right? Beware survivorship bias. Successful people already made it, make it look so easy. Yes, and that's because they already have the knowledge. That's a really good topic that you brought up, my guy. When you're coming from the bottom, when you're just building yourself up, everything seems difficult. Everything seems hard. And the reason that is because you don't have the information yet. You don't have the experience yet. Now, what happens is that how do you build experience? Well, you got to go in and do whatever it is that you're trying to do multiple times, right? You're going to fail. You're always going to fail. I haven't seen anybody that's successful that didn't fail a couple of times and then they hit it. Okay. For example, if you're a developer, guess what? You're going to get stuck. You learning how to code, you're going to get stuck multiple times. Now, depending on your drive and like how much you decide to like follow through, like that's what's important. Because some people, they'll go in and be like, well, that's it. It didn't work out for me. I'm quitting. Right. So that happens. Do I suggest for you guys to do that? No, hell no. What you want to do is you want to come in and you want to, again, always, keep pushing. You can't be that guy that, one time that they failed, they quit. Okay. That's the number one thing that you want to do. Okay. So give me 1 second. I'm just moving something over here. Yeah, so that happens, right? Same thing with trading. You're going to fail. I failed, in the beginning. I failed the first year, but I didn't have the resources. I didn't know, like, what courses to take. I didn't know, what was the things that I needed to focus. I just thought, like, hey, something is moving. You put money in it, and it goes up. It doesn't work like that, right? You got to know the tools. I didn't even know what a stop limit was. I didn't even know how to get out quickly. I didn't know the shortcuts, because sometimes you're trying to move your mouse and you're fumbling and you're like, oh shit, my shit is going down. And that 2-3 second delay, you already lost 20%. So if you got $1,000, you just lost $200, right? So by not having the knowledge and the information, that's what really, at the end of the day messes everything up. Because you don't have the information. So yeah, somebody that already made it makes it sound like it's so easy, but someone that's coming from the bottom and already went through it can tell you, hey, this is what you got to do. And like, that's what I try to do here on this channel. I'm not trying to sell you a dream, tell you all this shit is gonna be so easy. No, it's a process. It's like there's people right now taking codingphase.com and the diamond membership, and they're applying to jobs. And some of them, they're going through the hardship of they go to an interview, they go to the second interview, they go to the third interview. And when they think they already got the job, they send them an email, say, hey, man, we decided to go with another candidate, right? That's the struggles. That's the shit you're going to have to go through. That's the stuff that I went through, that Traversing Media went through, that Chris Sean went through. Every freaking guy that you know of here, they went through that, okay? The getting stuck on a problem, they went through that. That having to Google and go on Stack Overflow and go to this, and that. They've gone through it. But you also have to understand that if they did it, you could do it too. Because also too, you can't go in and be like, well, I'm just starting and it's so hard, man. Everything's so difficult. And this is not for me, right? If you do that, then you're just going to get stuck in the same place that you've been in, right? I always say this. Life puts you in tunnels, okay? Life is like a roller coaster, and sometimes you got to go through a tunnel, right? And the tunnel could be you're depressed, everything that you're doing is going bad. No matter what you do, everything just keeps everything is going bad in your life, okay? And even when you've already made it to some point, right, you still got to go through that shit. I talk about this all the time here. 2023 was extremely hard for me. I mean, imagine this. I got 10 years working hard, busting my ass to buy this house, to live this lifestyle, to do all this stuff that I've been able to accomplish. 2023, hurricane came through, fucking destroyed my house. Now, remember, I'm the one that works here. I'm the one that takes care of everything. My mom just missed a flight yesterday. Guess who has to buy another flight? Because she don't even have insurance on it. She didn't put insurance on her fucking flight. Now, she missed the flight at 7 o'clock in the morning. Now, I got to come out of my pocket and pay for her flight for 11 o'clock in the morning. Right? Everything's on me. Right? Everything's on me. Shit is not easy. I'm 37 years old. I got nothing but gray hairs. How does this happen? You know what I'm saying? I live a stressful lifestyle. But it's because I have to take care of a lot of people. I got to do a lot of things, right? So 2023 was very hard for me. But guess what? By going through that hardship and going through those problems, it told me I need to go in. And even though when I thought I made it, right? I was like, oh, I made it. I'm a developer. I got 10 years in the game. I'm doing so great, right? I'm having a great lifestyle, da-da-da. All this shit could be gone because even though you got money, it's not enough for you to be saved from random bullshit. For you to be saved from random bullshit, you need to have fuck you money. How do you get fuck you money, right? F you money. You need to go in and get something that makes even more money than what you're doing. Now, I know it sucks to tell you that because you're like, man, Joe, shit. Right now, I'm making $10,000, $20,000 a month, or $10,000, $20,000 a year, or whatever you might be making. And you're like, man, I can't wait until I make $100,000. So you telling me when I get there, it's still not enough? And I will say, yeah, no, it's not gonna be enough. Enough to just be relaxed, where you be like, yo, if anything happens, who cares? You're not gonna be stressed, right? But guess what? There's levels to this shit. There's things that could come up. God forbid somebody has, cancer or something in your family that costs a lot of money. God forbid you have a how you call this shit, a storm or a earthquake or whatever come. Do you have enough money to go through that shit and not be left without nothing? Right? Do you have enough of that? If you don't, then those are the type of shit that's gonna happen. You know how when right now some people, they're going through the struggle, will be like, man, I can't even get a flat tire right now, Joe, because I don't even have the money to fucking change that tire. That's how life is. Life throws so much bullshit at you all the time that even when you think you're good, you still got to push forward through it. And that's what I've been doing, Again, like, with Coding Phase, all this, I do a lot of work. And again, I don't want to keep talking about this shit like I fucking complain. But I do a lot of fucking work. And to be honest, I don't make the money that I should be making because I want to make things affordable, right? I mean, will you work for anybody for $200 for a whole year? No, you wouldn't do that, right? But I do it because I want to help as many people as possible. And I know the people that's here might not have the budget or don't understand the value that they're gonna get. So I start giving discounts. Like right now, there's no reason for me to do a 50% off the whole summer. Why am I doing that? Simple. I want to help out as many people as possible. And maybe sometimes in the summer, they'll figure out, oh shit, this guy might be right. Let me go sign up and let me go do this thing. Right? But one of the things that I realized is like, yo, by me doing that and being like, trying to fucking help everybody all the time, I also put myself in a situation where I'm supposed to be making M's. Like when you see me here, guys, don't think I'm some random dude, some random fucking dummy that just know how to code. I'm fucking good, like legit good. And on top of that, like almost every idea, almost every single thing that I jump into makes a lot of money. And it's been like that for the past 10 plus years. So just to give you an example, I have one of my students, one of the guys that came through coding phase that learned how to code with us, learn how to go in and learn Shopify development. He making like $4 million right now of apps. $4 million, 4 M's, right? That's more than me. And I taught him. Now, how do you think that he's able to do that? Well, I taught him the skills, taught him the way. But how come I can't do that? Well, I'm trading my time for everybody, right? So again, by me not having enough time for me to build my own apps and do everything that I need to do, I'm kind of letting myself go in a sense, or like I'm holding myself back in a sense, right? But again, it's like, if I enjoy this shit, I love helping people out and doing all the stuff, right? And doing it how I was doing it. I realized after 2023, I can't do it like that. I have to go in if I'm going to continue doing coding phase because I love it, right? I have to go in and find another skill that's going to take me to the level that I need to be able to take care of my family and do everything else. Because making $1 million doesn't cut it to go in and take care 5-6 people plus everybody that I have in the yard plus my mom in New York and all this stuff. Like it doesn't cut it. I need to make more. So what I'm saying with this to CW, right, where he says, beware survivorship bias and successful people already made it, they make it look so easy, right? I'm going through that shit still to this day. I still got to go and push forward. And I might see a guy that, I look at like Ross Cameron, right? That right now he making 100, like yesterday, he made $129,000 in one single day, right? One single day, he made $129,000, right? Already for the month of June, already made $1 million, right? I'm over here and like, damn, he makes it look so easy. But for him to get there, he had to go through the struggles and persevere and push forward. The stuff that I had to go through, 2023 to 2024. Now in 2025, now we killing it. But one of these days, when I go in and be like, hey guys, we having $100,000 days, $50,000 days, $70,000 days, someone might say, yo, this guy has it so easy for him to do it. And I'm going to tell him, no, it's not. You have to fucking struggle through whatever it is that you want to do. You think I want to be in front of a computer looking at fucking charts? I don't want to do that shit. I want to be coding. But I have to do what I have to do. You think I want to go in and be watching courses and fucking tutorials and reading books on my off time? I don't want to do that shit. I want to be playing Fortnite with my kid. But if I want to achieve something, I have to go hard. I have to fucking live that shit. Listen to podcasts, watching YouTube videos. Everything that gives me an edge to be able to achieve what I want to achieve. So, yeah, sometimes people make it seem like it's easy. And you might say it's not that easy when you are starting up. But you have to understand those people went through whatever you are going through right now. And if they could do it, you could do it too. There's no point in quitting and there's no point in bitching about this shit. Be like, oh my God, it's so difficult. It is what it is. You know, we all go through shit and we all have to push through it. Okay? You get what I'm saying? Yes, CW. Again, CW. Trading is zero sum. CW, I think your mindset is exactly what I talked about in the beginning of this video. You already made up your mindset, right? Of like, hey, trading and all this other stuff. Yeah, there's a zero sum. For them to be winners, there has to be losers. Of course, because you're buying something for a value that if this thing was $1 and now this guy wants the same thing that I have, but there's no more available of it, he has to come in and say, I'll buy it from you for $1.10. And I'll be like, no, I don't want to sell it for $1.10. Somebody got to come in and say, well, I want to go in and I want to buy it for $1.50. And I say, here you go, my guy. Here's a water for $1.50. Now, if there's a guy that shows up to the same market or wherever the hell we at and says, hey, guys, I got 100 bottles for 99 cents. Guess what? My water bottle that's $1.50, the value drops because now there's more people serving the same fucking water. You get what I'm saying? That's how the market works. It's that simple. Okay? Now, the idea of like, yeah, there's going to be losers. Of course it's going to be losers if they don't know what they're doing. That's just how life is. Always remember this, guys. For there to be rich people, there needs to be poor people. It sounds fucked up, but it's the truth. This idea that everyone's going to be equal, it doesn't work like that. Because if I go in and I hunt a freaking, I don't know, a deer, and I got food, and you looking over here, and it's like, damn, Joe, I ain't get to catch nothing. Well, my God, I got to feed my family. Your family can't eat today. Now, if I go in and I'm nasty with it, I'm killing 6, 7 different deers, and I got extra deers now, and you can't find one because I killed all of them, well, that's your problem. Should have woke up earlier than me. That's how life is. It's not fair. It's not nice. Life is what they say is a bitch. It's not a nice thing. It's not a nice situation. That's how life works. You get what I'm saying? And until you change that shit, don't hit me with the kumbaya, I'm hugging a tree type shit. Don't hit me with that. You have to live in the real world. This world is full of savages. And you got to move like a savage out here. If you're not moving like a savage, they're going to eat your food. This whole mindset of like, yeah, this shit is a zero sum. Yeah, man, but there's going to be winners and losers. Of course there is. That's how life works. There's no way around it. Okay? It's literally the concept of who's the last idiot with this shit in his hands. You know what I'm saying? You bought this water. Matter of fact, you bought a Pokemon card in 1999, right? And you have this Charizard card. But guess what? That Charizard card, everyone went in and had it. And now they sold it. And you're the last one that kept it. And you're like, well, now this shit is worth 99 cents. You should have sold it when the shit was 100,000. That's how life works. But you also have to be open. This is what I'm trying to teach you. You know, this is a channel about coding, talking about how to get into the game. But I also share what happens in my life because this is how this channel started. This channel started not from me trying to teach you how to code, how to become a developer. I'm creating this channel and I created, go back to my original channel, right? Where I'm literally going in and I'm talking about why coding has, you know, changed my life, right? And as I learn new skills, new things, and I'm exposed to other things, I'm going to come back and I'm going to talk about it. I'm not a gatekeeper. I'm not going to go in and be like, hey guys, because you guys about to start seeing some crazy shit this year. You know what I mean? Like, I've kept it like super like PG. I don't even do no flexing. I don't do none of that stuff because I'm just a regular guy, right? But the way how I'm moving now, There's things that you're gonna start seeing in this channel. You'll be like, damn, he's flexing. Is he making all that money from coding? And I'm gonna tell you no. Coding is what got me here. Now, I will be an asshole if I don't go in and share to you guys how is it that I'm really making money. You get what I'm saying? Because that's the worst thing. You go in and you watch somebody, you be like, man, this guy, I see his freaking, his lifestyle changing and the way he moves is changing. Oh shit, he looks like he's doing good. How is it that he's at this space? If I was to tell you guys, I do all of this just from a developer job, you would be like, there's no way, he's bullshitting. And that's what a lot of people do. They'll be like, hey guys, I got 50 software as services and this and that, and then be like, but they don't really tell you how they make their real money. They don't even tell you, hey, they make money from the courses that they create. I talk about all of that. I'm transparent. You know what I'm saying? Like coding phase is a good 50, 60% of my income, right? Because it's grown that much, which is great. I busted my ass for it to grow that much, right? But at the same time, like I said, it comes with a lot of work. Now, how do I go in and put my money to work so I don't have to be physically the one to do every single thing? And when you start seeing all of this stuff, someone's gonna ask and be like, damn, Joe, how you got that Rolls Royce, Joe? Like, Joe, what's going on? We see you all the time in DR now. We always used to see you, in your house. What's going on? It's the bread. We're moving different. You know what I'm saying? We're moving different. But how does that bread come in? It's from trading. And I have to go in and be transparent and be like, hey, if I find a way, if tomorrow I'm selling fucking Yu-Gi-Oh cards, I'm like, guys, man, I found a niche, bro. You could sell Yu-Gi-Oh cards for $2,000, $3,000. I'm going to put you on. I'm going to tell you exactly what I'm doing. Now, it's up to you if you want to go and buy a pack of Yu-Gi-Oh cards or not. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I'm just imagining people like, yo, Joe, where that Yu-Gi-Oh card at? Yeah, man. And that's growth, you know what I mean? But going back to you, CW, you got to get out of that mindset. Because if not, you're going to stay where you're at, bro. I already know what type of mindset you have right now. Of like, none of this shit is real. All this shit is bullshit. This guy makes it seem like it's so easy. It is, right? It is once you have the knowledge. If you don't have the knowledge, it's going to be hard. That's why till this day, I go in and I still buy courses. I still invest in myself, sign up to a mastermind, right? Where I could ask people's questions and you know what I mean? And learn from people that have done it before. I'm not cheap. I'm not one of those people that be in here that be like, oh my God, it's $10. I don't do that shit. When somebody comes in and says, hey man, this is how I'm able to do this, and that, and I want to learn that, how much is it? Oh, it's $4,000? Cool. I'll figure it out. Boom, put that shit on a credit card. I'll pay it. Because I want to achieve that. I want to learn that. And I want to learn from that individual. Right? But I'm not like that. I invest in myself, bro. And again, I got to keep it transparent in here. Hawk, what's going on, Hawk? But yeah, man, CW, please change your mindset, bro. It's going to keep you broke. I'm being honest. Okay? Getting a job, it's like this. When people tell you like this, go to school. Yeah, going to school is good. But you got to go to school for a real career, something that's going to pay you. Because not all careers and jobs are created equal. Okay? Now, from there, once you figure that part out, is you have to understand that working for somebody for the rest of your life, it's not the way how you're going to make the most money. And money is what moves the world, right? And helps you out. So if you're going to go in and learn a skill, you don't want to learn a skill that you're going to have to be a worker for somebody for the rest of your life. You learn a skill that pays you a lot in your career, but then you could go and do it yourself. For example, you want to be a doctor? Great, be a doctor. But find out how you could be a surgeon so you can now open up your own practice. You want to be a lawyer? Great. Don't be a public defender. Be a lawyer that basically defends copyright or defends trademark or defends, DUIs or whatever, anything. right? And then that way you could go in and say, open up your own law firm. You like to work with your hands? You want to be a fucking a construction guy? You want to be a carpenter? Learn the skills that is needed for a carpenter to learn. So then you could go in and work with small businesses and be like, hey man, you need a couple of tables in here. You need a sign for the front. Shit, and if you need to work a little bit with electricity, learn how to do neons, learn how to do that shit so you could go in and be your own boss at some point. Because that's where the money is at. Now you build up your own business. The next level after that is investments. Because once you have your business, you're making more money than the average person, right? The average business owner makes about $300,000, $400,000 a year. The average, okay? Not the most successful, not the least successful. The average business owner earns $300,000 to $400,000 a year. Okay, now $300,000 to $400,000 a year seems like a dream, but once you have it, you'll realize, oh, I got kids, I got mortgages, I got private school, I got gotta save money for college tuition, etc. All of this shit. I want to enjoy my life because you work so hard, so you need some vacations, right? So now everything is more expensive. So now what you do is you say, damn, this shit's still not enough. I got to put my money to work for me. You either get into, properties, right? Buying properties, or you get into the stock market, financial investments. Because at that point, you have extra capital that you could put it to work for you. But you got to come with the right mindset. If not, you would just be another fucking code monkey, just click-clacking in front of a computer and somebody telling you and giving you a ticket on what to do. That's why I don't do the type of development that is done in enterprise. I don't do the same type of shit that will get me into Google. I don't want to have Google badges and this, and that. I don't need that shit. I make more money than somebody at Google. And in the long term, I'm going to make even way more money than that. But how do I do that? It's like, it's by learning the right skills. I got to plan my life out, and I got to plan my life out 5 years ahead. You know what I'm saying? But I also have, like I said in the beginning, I have to believe that I could achieve it. If you already have the mindset like, oh, this shit is fake, I can't do this shit's hard, you lost already. Let me see. Should I transfer the PHP to just React in Next.js? It's up to you. It's whatever you want to do. There's a lot of opportunities with both. It's just me personally, I would choose PHP and React. Because you can still learn full stack with React and PHP. It's just Next.js is too competitive right now, bro. If you go in and you look into, just search right now. You search full stack. Search software as a service. Every single video that you're going to see is going to be done with Next.js. What does that tell you? That tells you that everybody is pushing to learn these stacks together. Not because they're the best, but because people like it. It's a good experience. I like Next.js. I like React. But what happens is that now all of the people that's getting introduced into programming and web development, they're also learning the same shit, which is probably the reason why you're interested in it right now, right? And what happens is that when you go in and you build your portfolio and you apply to a job, you're competing with everybody that you see here on YouTube because that's all they know. This is another quick advice. Be the big fish in a small pond. You don't want to be a little fish in a big pond because now you're just like everybody else, right? Laravel is not like I'm not going to say that it's not popular because it is popular, but it's definitely one of those things that, it's not being used in every single situation. It's used in certain companies that basically have small teams. Okay, and want to get more things done than having, 20, 30 developers working on something. They want to have like 3, 4 developers working on a project, right? And it's great. So that's more attractive to, e-commerce and a bunch of other companies. instead of you going into like Next.js and React, because it's just gonna be too competitive. I'm telling you right now, just to me, it just doesn't seem worth it, because you're gonna do the same type of work, which is web development. But the difference is, in this company that uses React and Next.js, most likely you're gonna have to do algorithms, right? So you're gonna have to be doing leak code, which takes you around 3 to 6 months to really be good at, right? Then from there you gotta learn the skill too. Then you have to have projects. Then you have to have a portfolio. You have to go in and present yourself properly. Then you got to go to the interviews, and then you're competing with everybody that also has the same skills as you. At that point, you're not special anymore. And this is where you got to put things into perspective. Why are you here for? Right? When I look at any job, what am I doing there? I'm there because I need to get paid. No one wants to work. No one likes to go anywhere. Right? No one likes to work. I don't like to work either. I don't like to work for nobody. But why am I there for? I'm there to get paid. Now, if someone goes in and tells me, hey, Joe, I'll pay you $100,000 to come in and do WordPress, I'm going to do WordPress over React and Next.js. Because all the cool projects that I might want to do with React and Next.js, I want to do it for myself. Because it is complex. It is, a little bit difficult. It is a lot of fucking bugs, a lot of fucking bullshit that you got to go through. And if I'm gonna go in and go through that stress, I'll do it in my own time. When I go into your job, I want to go in and I want to do something easy, something that when I leave out of there, I still have a state of mind where I'm like, shit, I could still come home and code. I don't want to do full stack development for, especially React and Next.js, for nobody for a paycheck. I'll do that shit on my own time. So for you got to choose whatever makes sense to you. To the baby sick, how do you book a call? You go to codingphase.com, go to the link in the description, right? Go to the top menu, and then from there, there's a link that says book a call. And you can book a call. And then from there, I'll go in and yeah, man. Audio fine, yes. Mr. Sa says, when did you started web development? Officially, right? I started learning how to code and building websites back in 1999, 2000, right? I used to make Dragon Ball Z websites, right? I was a little kid. I was like 13, 14 years old, right? That's when I started learning what HTML was. I started building my first website with HTML tables, right? So that was back then. But then I got into music. I was a producer in my mindset, because I'm always looking for a way to get out of the hood, take care of my family, right? Music was something that caught my attention, and I got into that world. And then from there, I jumped into affiliate marketing, and then I came back into like making websites and like learning how to code official, like in 2011. So we're in 2025. So you do the math on that. I had somebody, and shout out to her. I know she don't mean nothing by it, but there was a girl that left a comment. I don't know. Everyone knows everything. Everybody knows more. We're into everyone. It's just funny. I don't know. I don't want to expose it to. But there was a girl who left a comment. It was like, "Yo, it's like this isn't what email development is," and I'm like, there's a video that they called "What do email developers actually do?" Copy and paste developers. That's what someone said. So I said, copy and paste devs. And I'm like, nah. And then in there, I just basically broke down exactly like what is it that emails developers do, right? And I just explained what like what is email marketing, what are the things that you're gonna do on your role, and then this girl is like, yo, she's like, I don't want to put her face in here, but she's like, to stand the point, right? And it's God bless her soul, right? Right? She goes in and she said, because that's the shit. The internet gives everybody a voice, right? It gives me a voice, and it also gives some fucking random person a voice, right? Because when, again, this is the shit that is funny, you know. I don't want to. This isn't about race or anything, right? But it's funny, right? A lot of times, right? You know, why do you think if you go look at my fucking coding phase, right? There's so many people, right, that is in coding phase that is either black or Latino. Why is that? You don't think that more Asians or Indians or white people should come to coding phase? And again, this is not to make a race topic, right? But it's funny when, you know, some people, they come to the channel, right? And they see me, they already make decision in their head of like, no, this guy cannot be a developer. Of course not. He don't know shit, right? They come in with that fucking mindset or straight off the bat, right? Like, that's like somebody coming in, right? They see me, boom. Hey guys, it's your boy Joe back at it again, codingphase.com, right? A lot of them come in, right? And they just automatically like, nah, this guy, he knows, right? But this is why I love my peoples. You know what I'm saying? Because we so welcoming. We fucking welcome imagine if we did that shit to them. Right? That's the difference between us and them. Right? And God bless them, right? And it's not for everybody, but there's so many people that are like this. I don't know how the fuck they're raised or something. You know, where I come from, Dominican Republic, right? We don't even see color. Like, and that's a fact. I know you see it online, you see me no black and this, all that shit that people say, right? No. What we mean is we're not there judging you off if you're fucking purple, you yellow, black, brown, whatever, white, anything. We just come in and see your character, see who you are, what you have. Right? And I've noticed a lot of times these people, right? They already have a mindset of what is a Latino, what is a black person automatically. That's why we get lumped up together, the black and brown. It's because they fucking look at us the same way, no matter what. You could be here talking about anything, and automatically they already have a fucking perception a lot of the times. I'm not saying it's everyone, but it's almost a giving. That shit is almost a giving. That shit is fucking crazy. So this girl comes in and I explain exactly what you do as an email developer. She goes in. She's one of this preppy fucking, I already know the type of person this person is. Because the same way how they're like, yeah, I could go in and I'm going to judge this guy. I know exactly how you fucking are, right? She goes in. She goes like, right? This is like those office fucking girls that they work in the office and they think they fucking know everything. Yeah. The standpoint this video takes isn't about what email developer is. It actually covers more what marketing email specialist or CRM specialist does coming from an email developer. So what am I? I'm not an email developer. I'm just a random dude that just talks about email development and has been doing this shit since his first fucking job in 2012. Mind you, this girl, I'm not going to put her fucking face, but you could just imagine what type of person she is, right? And she's like, let me see. The skill set is quite unique, purely due to the way you learn troubleshooting skill set for the different email clients, especially Outlook. This video also doesn't cover interactive within email, which has become very complex as there are so many limitations. I like to see a video that Actual develops into the complexity of the technical element of being an email developer. Templating isn't actually a massive part of what we do. Now, mind you, in the video, go watch this video. I don't talk about none of this shit. She didn't watch the fucking video, right? I went in and I explained every single thing about email development, everything that you do as an email developer. I even started the video with explaining why email marketing is important, right? So I go in and I answer back. I go and I say, I appreciate the comment, but I think if that's all you're doing, you have a dream job. That's rare. Yeah, because what she's saying is that all she does is code the emails. Jobs like that have not been around since like 2021, maybe even longer than that. Companies want you to do more. You need anybody that's actual an email developer applying to jobs right now, and anyone that could leave a comment and you've gone to any email developer interviews, they're not asking you just about code. They're not asking you about emails, how to code the fucking emails. They're asking you about how to use software like Salesforce, how to use Soho, how to use freaking Active Campaign, Drip, a whole bunch of them, right? This girl's she's trying to sound smart, trying to act like she knows everything. I'm like, motherfucker, you already judging. You didn't watch the fucking video. You came in soon as the video started playing. You dropped the fucking comment talking about some shit that has nothing to do with the video. You didn't fucking watch the video. You didn't even know what the fuck I talked about in the video. You already just made a judgment of this guy don't know what the fuck he talking about. That shit gets me annoyed because, again, why we don't do that to other people? We don't do that shit to nobody. We so welcoming to everyone. We so fucking inclusive all the fucking time. That's why sometimes some people is right. Sometimes you got to protect your culture. Because it's like we include everybody. But some people in their mindset is like, nah, you know what I'm saying? When you see me in this game, I'm like a fucking glitch in the matrix. I've been saying this shit for years. You black Latino, you getting into the space, you a glitch in the matrix. You're going to have to do better than Obama. It's what I call the Obama effect. You know what I'm saying? Where you got to be damn near perfect. People, they already think that you don't know shit. And that you somehow got fucking hired there as a DEI hire or some shit. Like it's if you haven't fucking busted your ass to know all of these things. But it's always this type of individual. So yeah, so what I said, I was like, if that's all you do, that's a rare job. You got a dream job, ma. Because since 2020, more companies are hiring people who have the technical side of building and testing emails, which is what you're saying, and actually managing campaigns. I've been doing email development since 2013 and used to be just how you just described it. But companies ain't hiring to do that shit no more. They're not hiring. We just need some guy to come in code all day. Why would I hire you just to code the emails when most of the time you're using templates? You're using templates. You build it once, and then from there, you go in, and whenever you need to change something, you create something new. But that's not what, most of the time you are using templates. To say you don't, you do. Okay? Now, there's times that you're going to have to go in and create something customized or build something from scratch. But most people is not doing that. Most jobs don't even want to do that no more. They want to come in and do the work once and then now have you crank out multiple emails. So I'm like, but companies ain't hiring just to do that no more. They're looking for a deal. Why would I hire a guy to do a couple of HTML, CSS emails when I can have him do that also, build the whole campaign, better yet, build the landing pages for the ads and see the whole campaign through? coming from an email developer. Because she's a fucking, because she goes in like, oh, coming from an email developer. Like, you don't think I'm an email developer? You tinted it? Fucking doing emails when you wasn't fucking in grade school. You was in fucking in high school, skipping class, going to your boyfriend's house. You know what I'm saying? Netflix and chill status. I've been coding for a minute, man. You know what I'm saying? But again, it's just funny to me. I'm like, because I just looked at the comment again. I'm like, yo, this motherfuckers, I don't get how this people is like that. You know, because I don't know. I come from a different culture, man. You know, I welcome everybody. I believe in everybody. If you say you know something, I believe you. I don't need you to come in and fucking give me the fucking whole rundown. You know what I'm saying? But it's like some of these fucking people, their noses is so fucking high. And they're just like, well, and then I'm like, you didn't fucking watch the video. I just explained everything she's telling me. I explained it in the video. And it's like, yo, that should be crazy. But it's off that mindset of when they see somebody like myself here. This is why there's not that many black or Latino developers on YouTube. Go tell me a couple of them. If you're a Latino, what you're doing is most of the time you're creating Spanish content. Right? I see all the time. Most of the Latinos, they just make Spanish content. And there's not that many black developers, period. Because even when they do come out, they don't even become popular because no one clicks on their fucking videos. And it's fucked up. Now, what does that tell you when we know them? We are a minority within the minority. And then the majority always questions us as if we don't know shit. It's just weird. You know what I mean? Like, and especially it sucks because it's like, of course, this thing is like how you call this shit? A minority within a minority. But, you know, because most Latinos and blacks, they don't want to be doing this shit. This shit boring. You know what I'm saying? They be like, yo, this shit boring. I'm not doing this shit. I'm outside with it. You know what I mean? Like, they chilling, right? But now we into this thing. And then when we in this space, we're not equal to everybody. We don't get the luxury of like, yeah, this person knows this shit, or this guy's an expert, this girl's an expert, or this person, you know, knows their shit. Before I even watch a video, I'm gonna put my nose up. I'm gonna say, nah, I don't think you're saying the right. I don't think you're explaining it right. You're not saying the fuck. Like, shut up, man. This is the type of shit. This is why, you know, I don't know how people fucking be on YouTube. Like, you know, it's fucked up because I'll be wanting to have more people in the game. But it's like, I get it when they be like, yeah, I'm not doing this shit. Or they be like, yo, I only get like 100 views. Like, I give up. It's like, yeah, because the majority of fucking people that's in this shit, when they look at us, they're like, they don't know nothing. Or there's some fucking DEI hires. And that's fucked up because we watch everybody. We support everybody, but they don't do the same shit for us. And not everyone. There's a couple of people that come in and support. But a lot of them, they do all that fucked up shit, man. You know? But it is what it is. It's the life of being in America, right? And being in a space of being a minority when you're a minority. But who cares, man? We're making money, right? So it's like, that's why it's like, at the end of the day, it's like, yeah, but you're successful. Yeah, but for me to be successful, how many people are in YouTube that are not successful? You can't say like, oh man, this shit is so inclusive and so cool because Joe made it. You know the amount of people that fucking try to come on YouTube and never fucking get no views because people don't fucking watch them or they're already fucking judging them as soon as they pop up. That's why when I go in and I see any black and Latino creators, I go in, I leave a comment, yo, welcome to the community, yo, keep doing your thing. I like the video that I give encouragement because they're not going to find that shit from the majority of people here. Shout out to everybody in here. Yeah, there's people that's making bread, bro. There's people that's making bread. That came in, took the Shopify app course in 2020 or 2021 when we launched it, which was their first introduction. And of course, right, that's why I don't take all the credit from it. I could go in and be like, hey guys, we got students that make millions of dollars. I don't go in and try to put that crown on me. What I do is, excuse me, what I do is I go in and just I give the resource, I teach you the fundamentals. What you do with that knowledge, it's on you. I can't take credit for that. But that also lets me know, I'm like, shit, man, if I have more time, like, shit, I could do way more. You know what I mean? And that's one of the reasons too why I got into trading, because what I want to do is, I don't want to have coding phase to be 60% of my income. I don't. That this shit takes a lot of work and a lot of my time. What I want to do is I want to continue doing what I do, but I want to hire people that just do it most of the time for me, like answering emails, do meetings, do the calls, do all that stuff that we usually do. I just want to hire other people to do that, so I could really go in and make the bread that I'm supposed to be making with more time, and at the same time, I don't have to shut down coding phase and disappear, because I put almost 10 years into this shit. I want to continue doing it, but I want to do it with less time, with me being less involved, you know. But yeah, that was one of the reasons too that made me realize, I'm like, yo, I gotta do this differently for the next 10 years, right? We've done this since 2017. We're going like on an 8-year run. How does my next 8 years look like, right? I have to go in and have more time so I could build more applications. So right now I have like, damn, I don't know if I should put it up. No, I'm not gonna put it up. I'll give you guys access once I launch it. So the new app that I have, like, this shit is legit, man. We got it connected with AI, goes through all your trades, looks at everything that you have, gives you a score on your trading. You could have goals. So if you go in and you be like, hey man, I wanna save up to buy a Lamborghini, or save up to buy my first house, whatever it is. It tells you exactly how much you need to be making every day to be able to make that goal a reality, right? It has like a gaming system, right? That's why I haven't launched that. I'm adding so much shit into this thing. I'm basically creating this new application on like almost everything that I wanted Coding Phase to be. Because remember, Coding Phase initially was supposed to be like a community website, similar to Hashnode and Dev.to. Now with this one, let's just call it Trading Phase, right? But it's not gonna be named Trading Phase. That app basically is gonna have a gaming system that, when you import your trades, is gonna give you score. It's gonna give you like a XP, like a role playing game. It's gonna have a community tab where people can come in, look at different symbols, like different stocks, communicate through there, how they did, right? We're gonna have a system to basically show like what's the most profitable areas in the country and in the world, right? Of course, with people's privacy, if they click on it, if they say, hey, make this available, right? So depending, like, it's gonna be fucking cool, man. Like, I'm telling you, this fucking app is just fucking great. It's great for community building, right? For people that's learning how to trade, to understand how to trade and work with this different things, right? Yeah, man. So it's gonna be pretty dope, man. Man, this thing is curling up. I'm about to jump in it. So yeah, and just a lot of stuff, man. This application is so dope. Like I'm excited for it because it's like it's everything that I needed when I was like learning to trade, and it's like I'm doing that for the trading community, and it's gonna be affordable. There's a lot of different trading journal applications out there, but they just focus on the trading aspect, right? Just the stuff, and it's like sometimes it's more advanced than it needs to be, so people get lost in it and they don't see like what they have to do to be successful, and they lose hope, along the way while learning how to trade. So addressing all of those problems inside of this application, man. It's fucking cool, man. Like even I use it every freaking day, and I'm like, man, I can't wait until I go in and put it out there. So guys, if you have Weeble or you have Robinhood, and you trade or you just like do like side trading, whenever you can, right? Definitely, I want you guys to come in and join this new application once I launch it. And what I'll do is I'll give you guys a free month free. And you keep it if you want it. If you don't want it, you don't see the value in it, don't use it. But it's gonna be super affordable. It's probably gonna be, I don't know, maybe $20. I don't know. I was thinking about like really killing the competition. Like do it for 2 years at $8. Like yeah, because there's Tradezilla, there's a TraderView, there's a whole bunch of like apps that's out there, but they charge like $50 a month, right? Now, of course, remember, people that's trading, they got the bread. So what I want to do is I want to create a platform that's affordable for the average trader, like the retail trader. Because the average person is gonna be like, I'm not paying no $50 because they're not even making that much money. So it's like if a dude makes $100 in one day, and he's like, damn, he's excited about that shit. How can he pay $50 a month for when he's not even profitable yet to that point? So I want to go in and target that audience, right? And create that application for them and give them a community, give them a place where they could, share ideas, share progress, right? Share, what they've done, how much profit they made. Just make some cool shit, bro. And then on top of that, have people with levels. You know what I mean? There's a dude that's like, yeah, he already cranked out $1 million. He already cranked out, 100,000. He's already at level 25. This person level 77. You get fucking similar to like what Stack Overflow had, where you have a level depending how much help you do. You like, people could come in and be like, yo, top contributor, you get badges and this and that. So we adding all that shit, bro. So I'm excited. It's a lot of features in there, man. Once I launch it, it's a pretty big app. I should just drop it with the MVP, but I want to add all the other stuff too. So it's pretty dope, man. Unicorn says, I wish people would leave Dominicans alone. That shit's so cringe. Yeah, people is corny. That dude, what's his name? What's that guy's name? That comedian. He only got one good joke, and it's Dominicans. That's how much we stay in their mind, bro. That on that dude's mind. Again. And also too, a couple of the clowns that you see on the internet be like, oh, me no black or whatever. It's like, bro, like no one said that. I don't understand why people don't understand this fucking concept of in the art, we don't even fucking like register somebody as the skin color. Like I don't remember me having on my birth certificate my skin color. And I don't remember my fucking my license from DR. I don't even know. I gotta check. Because I've never even fucking noticed that. I've never seen it. I gotta check. I got my Dominican license somewhere here. I gotta find it somewhere in here. But I've never seen that it posts dark skin, light skin, white. We don't see that shit in DR. Right? So when you say, yo, I'm Dominican, you Dominican. We have people who are with Asian features. They're Dominicans. It's the same concept in Jamaica. You go to Jamaica, you seeing people, all type of shades, all type of colors. They're gonna say, yeah, I'm Jamaican. Guang guang, guang guang, mayu, me Jamaican. You know what I mean? Same thing as fucking Dominicans. But I don't know, man. People they want to go in and everything is a joke. You know what I mean? But it comes from hate a lot of times. People are just mad and jealous. It's like, bro, like we don't think about nobody. We're not paying attention to nobody. We just do us. You know what I mean? We have our own culture. We have our own fucking shit, our own music, our own dances, our own everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, and motherfuckers be like, yeah, y'all got it from us. I'm like, no, we didn't, bro. Trust me. Y'all don't dance like this. Y'all don't do this shit that we do. Y'all don't talk like us. We, with the slang that we got slang, like real slang. Like, and that's just straight DR. You know what I mean? Yeah, people is dumb. Let me see. I've been asking. I have been asked about email campaigns, how to approach A/B testing, segmentation marketing platform. Exactly. This girl, her comment was like, "That's not what we do." I'm like, do you even fucking work as an email developer? This is what people are getting asked to do as email developers. So if you only code HTML, CSS, and that's all you do, you got a dream job. No one else has that shit no more. Stay there for a long time because no one else has that. Her her comment was at the end. She's like, "That's all well and good, but that's not what this video was proposed as, and slightly misrepresents the role. Maybe it's an agency." Maybe it's an agency thing, but the last two roles I've had, I've been very similar in terms of building back to back without much marketing, specialist involvement. It's just food for thought. They are still separate careers. And this is why I more respond to her. Listen, that's your experience. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm just gonna be like, yo, ma. Yeah, so I'm like, yo, listen, that's your experience. You've been doing this since 2013, and I teach people, and I teach people. Plus, get thousands of students as new email developer. Plus, help them find jobs and see what they are asked about in every interview. Fucking tinted. I'm like, yo, I don't think you watched the video. Watch it again. Fucking idiot. Yeah, I can't stand everything. It's like, no, dummy. You know what I mean? Like, I'm active. You fucking tinted in. Like, that shit get me mad. Like, this tinted doesn't understand. Even for me to help people get into the game, I have to go in and apply to jobs myself so I can know what people are asking for in interviewing. So she trying to tell me like as if, no, they don't ask for that. You tinted. Where the fuck do you work at? And how long? When was the last time you worked as an email developer? Like, shut up. Acting like that's all you do. That's not how fucking interviews are going right now. This is 2025. Like, fucking tinted. It's like if it was that easy and people would just be like, hey, that's all we do, like that's crazy. Yeah, fucking great. Yeah, fucking Tintin. It's like, yo, it's like, yeah, all you do is HTML, CSS, HTML, CSS. That was like in 2018, 2017, people were fucking just doing that. No one's just doing emails, just the freaking HTML, CSS. You crazy? They got you doing mass shit now. Every year gets more complex, more things you got to be in charge of. I swear to God, man. And that's the shit that get me mad because I'm like, yo, sometimes people think like I'm not fucking active. I'm out here. I'm in the streets. I got my eyes to the streets. You know what I mean? Like I'm applying to jobs myself. So I could go in and give reliable advice. I go through interviews. Just the other day, I did a freaking, when was it, like maybe 2 months ago, around May. I just went through a whole month of interviews. A whole fucking month of interviews. Applying to jobs, doing the freaking Zoom calls, doing the assessment test. None of those jobs, email developer jobs in top companies, none of them were just do HTML, CSS. None of them. You have to know how email marketing works. You have to know how to set up the fucking campaigns, right? They want you to go in and build the landing pages, right? If it's needed. And if you work at agencies, you're even doing front end work. That's the shit. I don't know, man. I mean, it is what it is. It's the fucking internet, bro. Everyone thinks they know, but they don't know shit. It's like I get paid to know this thing. You don't get paid to know this. You get paid to go in and apply to a job, and you apply to 20 different jobs, and you found the dream job, and you stay there. But guess what? The people that's out here looking for a job, they don't have that luxury no more to just show up. Hey, man, I know HTML, CSS. No one has that luxury no more. Shout out to Danny. Danny, what's going on, my guy? Godfrey, yeah, Godfrey. That dude, he's funny, but he's also a clown. You know what I mean? Because one thing that I realized, I think some Spanish girl didn't give him no buns. That's what I think it is. Because he be mad at all Spanish people for no reason. I don't know why. You know what I mean? No one went in like this to him in fucking junior high school. Like, yo, gave him a little whiff of something. Because that dude be mad at Spanish for no reason. I noticed it because he's like, yo, even with the whole Trump shit, he's like, Latinos for Trump and all this shit. It's like, yo, this motherfucker he loves that shit. I'm like, yo, he loves to just go in and drill down on Latinos. I'm like, yo, what's wrong with this dude? Like, shit. But then again, if God forbid you say something, because then now it's the other way around. I don't know. This is America, man. Mind you, he's a Nigerian dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, mind you, you're not even FBA. Again, going by the Twitter lingo and all this shit, you're not even FBA. FBAs don't even like you. And you're Nigerian, but you talk about Dominicans. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what's wrong with him. Shout out to Tariq Nasheed. I like that guy. He's funny as hell, man. I love watching him and listening to him. I've been watching him for years before he went in all FBA'd out. And Dr. Umar. You know what I mean? You gotta be careful with snow bunnies. Snow bunnies is fucking leaving me comments and shit. What's going on, my guy? Cam Dakota, what's going on, guys? Anyways, guys, we've been here for 2 hours, man. It's been too long. I got to get back to work. And it's also 2:19. I got to see what's going on with a couple of trades. And yeah, man, I'm going to see you guys later, all right? Have a good day, guys. Take care. You already know. 50% off codingphase.com. Don't forget. Come check it out. If you've been wanting to learn on Coding Phase, come through, bro. This is the moment. Literally, the Diamond membership gives you access to everything. Okay, literally 50 cents a day for a whole year subscription, and you're paying $45 a month. Right? You do the math. You could do the math on this, and you say, man, how much is 183? Right? When you break it down, it basically is 50 cents a day. Right? 183 divided by 12. It comes out to $15 a month. So you sign up for a year, yeah, you get it at $15. That's dirt cheap. That's like crackhead prices. Okay? So at that point, there's no excuse. Man, my fault, man. I don't started some shit here. Mike's like, yeah, real talk. Everyone don't even mess with FBA. They look down. I don't started some shit. Shout out to the FBA. Shout out to the diaspora. Shout out to I was about to say some shit. Shout out to everybody in here, man. You know what I mean? I got love for everybody. I don't look at nobody in no certain way, but it's just weird when people go at different groups or people choose their own groups. That shit weird, man. We just human beings. If I like you, I like you. If I don't like you, I don't like you. But you can't put that on the whole group. You can't put that on the whole shit. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Anyways, guys, it's your boy Joe back at it again. Codingphase.com. Your boy's backing out and did it again. One more time. Peace.